Welcome to Bold and the Beautiful 65 Spoilers. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and comment for more videos like this one.
Dylan's secret spirals out of control. Spoilers suggest this storyline takes a very dark and emotional turn, especially once Elektra leaves town on her business trip. And honestly, I predict this is the exact moment everything Dylan's been hiding finally starts to collapse. With Elektra away, we can see that the tension between Will and Dylan doesn't ease, it actually intensifies. They've been dancing around their feelings for weeks now, crossing emotional boundaries again and again, and spoilers hint that this time, they go too far. One quiet night turns into something irreversible, and by morning, the guilt is already setting in. What stands out to me is Dylan's reaction. Will is conflicted, sure, but Dylan immediately goes into panic mode. We can see she's not just worried about Elektra's feelings. She's worried about being exposed. That alone tells us a lot about where her head is at. And that's when everything unravels. Spoilers suggest Forrester becomes an unintended witness. She's not spying, not snooping, she simply sees something she shouldn't through the window. I think this is important, because it makes what happens next feel more tragic than calculated. Ivy realizes instantly what she's seeing, and we can tell she wants no part of it. She turns to leave. But Dylan sees her. You can almost feel the shift in Dylan's energy in that moment. I predict this is where her obsession fully takes over. She rushes outside, calling after Ivy, trying to control the situation with words at first. She insists it's not what it looks like, that Ivy misunderstood. But Ivy isn't buying it. From what spoilers suggest, Ivy stays calm but firm. She makes it clear she doesn't want to be involved, and that alone seems to terrify Dylan. Because to Dylan, anyone who knows the truth is a threat. This is where things escalate fast. We can see the argument turn heated. Voices rise. Emotions spill over. Ivy tries to walk away again, but Dylan refuses to let her go. And I predict this is the moment where fear overrides reason. In the chaos, there's a struggle. Not planned, not premeditated, just raw panic. Ivy falls. Inside the house, Will hears something is wrong. When Dylan runs back in, she's visibly shaken, barely able to form words. She tells Will it was an accident. That Ivy slipped. That she didn't mean for anything to happen. But Will can sense immediately that this is far more serious than she's admitting. When Will goes outside and sees Ivy lying there, unmoving, reality hits him hard. And honestly, this is where I think Will's world shatters. Spoilers suggest Will is overwhelmed with guilt and shock, repeatedly asking if Ivy is okay, if she's breathing, if she'll wake up. Dylan, on the other hand, is spiraling in a different direction. She's focused on the consequences, on Elektra, on what happens if the truth comes out. We can see Dylan start saying things like how Elektra can never find out, how everything will be destroyed if this gets out. And that's chilling because it shows her priorities are no longer about right or wrong, they're about survival. As time passes and Ivy doesn't respond, the gravity of the situation becomes impossible to ignore. I predict this is the moment Will realizes he's trapped. He didn't cause this, but he knows what happened. And Dylan makes it clear, subtly but unmistakably, that he's now part of it. Silence becomes his choice, whether he wants it or not. By the end of this arc, spoilers suggest Dylan is no longer just unsettling or obsessive, she's crossed into genuinely dangerous territory. And Will, who started this as a confused young man caught between two women, may now be carrying a secret that could ruin his life forever.